I was only 12 years old at the time. I had a close friend named Jacob who lived next door to us. We were very close and spent most of our time together. Once, Jacob's parents had to go out to the supermarket, leaving him alone at the house. His mother allowed him to invite me home so that he does not feel alone, as it was going to be the first time he would have been at home all by himself. We watched TV for about half an hour, but suddenly the TV lost its connection. No matter what we tried, we could not get the connection back. Jacob had to stay in the house until his parents returned, so we decided why not play hide and seek. Jacob went to his room and began counting as I ran upstairs to find a place to hide. I found a door which led to their attic. I thought it would be the perfect place to hide. I went in the attic and placed a few boxes right in front of me around the corner to make an obstacle and prevent Jacob from coming any further just in case he came in the attic looking for me. It was only moments since I had settled behind the boxes when I heard someone opening the door to the attic. The boxes were very big, so by the time I could have peeked over the boxes, the door was closed again. I thought it was Jacob who just peeked in the attic and closed it right away as I knew he was scared to enter there. The very next moment, I heard footsteps on the other side of the attic. I ducked down again as I thought Jacob might find me much easily than I thought. As quickly as all this happened, the footsteps suddenly stopped and there was complete silence. I was confused. Why was Jacob hiding in the attic when he was supposed to find me around the house? Just as I was about to get up, I heard someone open the attic door again. This time, I was already peeking over the boxes, so I was able to see who it was very clearly. It was Jacob. I was stunned to see him out of the attic. I knew something was not right and was about to run out towards Jacob and out of the house with him. Jacob was really scared of the attic, so he quickly shut the door and it was pitch black again. I was again frozen in my position behind the boxes when I heard those footsteps again. The attic door opened again. This time I saw a man in his late 40s get down from the attic quietly as if not to make any noise. He closed the door too and I was wondering what to do. Fortunately, I had my dad's mobile with me. He had given it to me for any kind of emergencies. I quickly called my house number and luckily my dad picked up. I told him about the man in the attic. He did not believe me at first, but the seriousness in my voice was more than enough to convince him. He hung up the phone to come to Jacob's house. A few more minutes had passed when I heard someone yelling downstairs. I recognized it as my father's voice. It was soon followed by Jacob opening the attic door once again, this time calling me to come out. I saw my father downstairs along with a few of our neighbors. As my father came to Jacob's house, Jacob opened the door. As my dad came upstairs, he saw the man I saw in the attic hiding in the adjacent room. My dad tried to catch him, but the man had a knife with him. He escaped from the back door as my dad went to the neighbors to call for help. It led to a huge scene with police getting involved. Jacob's parents thanked me profusely for saving Jacob from the potential danger. Many years have passed since this incident, and I still get shivers thinking what would have happened if I had not seen the man hiding in the attic. During my childhood, I used to live in a small house. My family was big, so I had my bedroom right beside the attic. Actually, it wasn't supposed to be a bedroom, but as our family grew, my dad had to use a part of the attic as an extra bedroom and set up a partition wall to separate the new bedroom with the actual attic. It felt sad to be separated from the rest of the family in that room and added to the feeling of being alone. I hated it very much, but there was no other option. The house we lived in was also very old, and sometimes at night I could hear creaking noises from the attic. My mother always attributed it to the wooden floors creaking under pressure due to the heavy boxes kept on them. Nevertheless, it added to the eeriness I always felt towards the attic. Getting back to this incident, I was once laying wide awake in my room late at night. One advantage of having a room separated from the rest of the family was that once all lights were off, no one came to check on me upstairs. So I used to be up until late without any problem. I was on my mobile playing games when I thought I heard something. I immediately knew it was coming from the attic. I pressed my ear on the wall, separating my room with the attic to hear properly. I heard what seemed like someone going through the boxes kept in the attic. Before I could do anything, I heard creaking of the wooden floor, resembling footsteps, coming quietly towards the door which led to the attic. I looked at the door in horror as the doorknob turned around as if whoever was in the attic was trying to open it. Thank God the door had a lock. I immediately ran to my dad's room. My dad is a tall, well-built man with very short temper. Waking him up at this hour of the night was a scary thing in itself. Fortunately, he took me seriously and took his baseball bat with him as he told me to wake up my two brothers. My dad and one of the brothers went in the attic, while me and my other brother was waiting at the door. It was not long before I heard my dad yelling at someone. Within seconds, a homeless-looking man came running out of the attic. My brothers and dad were able to tackle him down before he could run out of the house. My mom immediately called the police and the man was taken away. Apparently, the man had entered our house through the back door in the evening when no one was at home. As fortunate as I was to have my dad and brothers at home when this man tried to leave, it nonetheless added to my fear of the attic I always had. A few years ago, me and my wife had bought a new house for ourselves. It was the perfect house for us to start our family. The only catch was that the previous owner had left the house in a state of disrepair. I did not mind it as the deal was done at a fairly large discount, so it did not bother me at all. One night, as we were in our room, we could hear creaking floor noises from above our room. The only thing above our room was the attic. I got up to check what it was and my wife followed. I opened the attic door and turned on the light. The entire attic was empty. I shrugged my shoulders and went back to our room. In the weeks that followed, we heard the same creaking noises at all times of the day, but it increased mainly after we went to sleep. To be honest, it really grew annoying with my wife complaining about it every now and then. I remember telling her that it was part and parcel of buying an old, disrepaired house and would have to bear it till we have enough funds to renovate the attic. One night, we again began hearing the same creaking noises. This time, it was accompanied by periodic thumping. We had enough and we once again went into the attic to see if any animal had got in there, who used to run around every night making the noise we heard. I went in and turned on the light, but for some reason the bulb did not turn on. My wife went down and brought a flashlight. We were in one of the corners of the attic when we heard someone's laugh. It was not a normal laugh, it felt much more demonic. I did not have it in me to turn my flashlight towards the other corner. We just ran towards the stairs as I closed the door behind me. That night, we heard aggressive thumping coming in from the attic at regular intervals. We moved out of the house the same week. I always wish I had thought thoroughly about the discount I was offered, as it was clear that it was intentionally offered to me.